So we got a new rumor, and this one actually kind of makes sense, as much as I hate the idea of it. But according to Geek Tyrant, Disney is reportedly planning a full reboot of the Indiana Jones franchise. Now, I don't like the idea of continuing this franchise without Harrison Ford. In my opinion, they never needed to do more than 3. I mean, the series ends fine. Him and his dad riding off into the sunset. Great ending. I mean, the movie's called The Final Crusade, but they made 2 more anyway. Crystal Skull, I'm not a fan of that movie either, but I'm going to tell you it's way better than the Dial of Destiny, which flopped completely. Now, Disney wants to milk the hell out of everything they have. So they're going to 100% absolutely do something more with this franchise. There was just no way they were going to leave it alone. So the question I have is, what does this new Indiana Jones look like? And I didn't ask. I just posted about this over on X, and I got some responses. I said he's going to become a strong woman, and that kind of would line up with, what Disney Lucasfilm usually does. Because I'm going to tell you right now, there's no way Indiana Jones looks like this in the rebooted version of the franchise. But I asked, and I got some responses. Here's from the Bugle Daily. Maybe everybody's favorite Skeletor comes in and replaces him. I could see this. This could be the way that Disney redoes it. Got some more suggestions here. Maybe Pedro Pascal comes in. I mean, he's playing everything else. Maybe he becomes the new Disney's Indiana Jones. Yeah, this is true. We already had, they're not the greatest movies, but they're not all, it's way better than Dial of Destiny. But yeah, Tomb Raider. This has been the best thing about AI, is people doing stuff like this. Pedro Pascal. Yeah, I don't think he'll get that role, but here's it's funny, man. Here's that chick from Dial of Destiny, and so on and so on. Everyone's going to hate the casting for whatever. There's Whoopi Goldberg. Pedro Pascal is the big... I'm getting tired of Pedro Pascal, man. I am tired of him being in everything. So, yeah, I think they're going to make changes to this, and no one's going to like it. Just leave it alone. None of the people that made Indiana Jones great want anything to do with the future of this franchise. It's just a fact. So it's claimed that Disney and Lucasfilm have plans to fully reboot Indiana Jones. If this rumor is legit, that means Harrison Ford won't be returning to the iconic role he made famous in Raiders of the Lost Ark. And that makes sense. He's too old. He's too old. He was too old in Dial of Destiny. He was too old in that. In fact, they literally turned him into an old man who hates children. Like, the first thing you see in that movie is him as an old man and a wife beater telling kids to turn the music down. Well, this is after the only Indiana Jones-ish thing, that beginning part where they had a younger one and he's on the train. That was okay. And then the movie just goes to shit after that. Ford recently returned in Dial of Destiny in 2023, but it bombed big time at the box office, and that is true. That is 100% true. So apparently, during a mailbag Q&A, a fan asked the site, are there any early plans for what's next in the Indiana Jones franchise? The site responded, Lucasfilm is letting the franchise rest for a bit before they do a full reboot of the franchise, which is smart because, well, nobody wants to see more Indiana Jones after that disaster. If they were smart, they'd do the same thing with Star Wars and rest Star Wars for a bit. But that's not going to happen. The site added that an announcement could be coming at next year's D23 Expo and said Indiana Jones is too much of an iconic IP to go to waste. Then just keep doing video games. There's that video game that came out last year. The game is fantastic. It's a great game. Why don't you just do something like that? The game is really good. It's at times more like a movie than a game, but I really enjoyed it. It feels like Indiana Jones. But no, they're definitely going to reboot it, and I get it. It is a valuable franchise, but there's just no way they're going to get this right. Now, actually, what I think, somebody had a really good comment when I brought this up on X. I can't remember who posted it, but they said, why don't you just do this? Do Indiana Jones and the Fountain of Youth, right? And have him walk into it and like Chris Pratt walks out. That's a really good idea. Then you're still in essence the same character, but you have something that works. Like Chris Pratt, if he were to play a younger Indiana Jones, that would actually work pretty good. That would actually be great casting. But that's not what they're going to do. It's going to be a full reboot where the other one's basically, it's a different universe. And I'm not interested in that world. I don't want to see Raiders of the Lost Ark updated for modern audiences. Nobody wants to see that shit. But I think Indiana Jones and the Fountain of Youth, and you have Harrison Ford do 25% of that. You could even do a starting sequence and have him find it and fall into it like towards the beginning of the movie, and then do like a torch passing moment. And boom, you can carry on the franchise with a younger Indiana Jones, and everything that's been established is still there. I think that would be the smarter idea, but that's not what they're going to do. That was a really good idea. I thought, damn, you should go work for Disney. But wait, no, hold on. You're actually doing an idea that some people would like, so there's no way they'd hire you. So what do you guys think about this? What do you think about them rebooting Indiana Jones? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Also, if you would, please subscribe. Hit that subscription button. And check out my comic book. 60-plus page comic over at Ripison. It's an action-packed, fun, square-bound, beautiful comic. We've got 4 covers. We've got shirts. We've got posters. We've got a supplemental book for $6. But, hey, maybe you just want to read the book. You don't want any of those stuff. You can pick up cover D for $17. So check it out. Link in the description. Also, hit that notification bell. Share the links to the video and the campaign, too. That would help. Like. And we'll see you on the next piece.
The year is 1945. World War II rages from the halls of Buckingham Palace to the shores of the Nile River. Even now, the clash between freedom and tyranny is about to boil over. Somewhere in North Africa, 2 American flyboys are soaring high on a reconnaissance mission, searching for clues to a peculiar new obsession, with the occult gripping the Nazi high command.